Alrighty, so Elvis Presley, born on the 8th day of the year, died on August 16th. Just talked about that. The 8 and then 16 is two eights. Also the Georgia Guidestones. Anyway, and he died in 1977. Anyway, I was reading through here, and it says, in 1973, Presley was featured in the first globally broadcast concert via satellite, Aloha from Hawaii. So, he was in the first globally broadcast concert via satellite, and it was called Aloha from Hawaii. And it was actually filmed on January 14th, 1973, but it never aired until April 4th, 1973, because the concert took place the same day as Super Bowl 7. So it was actually filmed on January 14th, or 7 plus 7, 77, in 1973, and it aired until April 4th, 1973, because of Super Bowl 7. I mean, so he died in 1977. Then this was filmed at 7/7, and because of Super Bowl 7, it wasn't until April 4th. But this it almost reminds me of Martin Luther King Jr. because he was born on January 15th, and he died on April 4th. And to tell you the truth, on Hawaii's what, like, I don't know what the time difference is. I think it's like 6 hours different from Central Time. Or somewhere around there, 6 or 8. So, I mean, depending on when he actually filmed this on January 14th, it actually could have been January 15th and like on the East Coast or something. So, it could be the same as Martin Luther King Jr. And Hawaii actually used to be called the Sandwich Islands. And Hawaii is made up of 8 major islands. And they were originally the Sandwich Islands because of James Cook, who was born on November 7th, which is 11/7, or 77. So the concert took place at now known as Neil S. Blaisdell Center. And look at the address, 777 Ward Avenue. It also says that the arena can accommodate 7,700 seats for sport events and up to 8,800 seats for stage events with seats set up on the arena floor. Really? So for a sporting event, it can hold 7,700 people, 77, and up to 8,800 seats for when you can use the floor, 88. It was renamed to the Blaisdell whatever because of the mayor of Honolulu, Neil S. Blaisdell. He died on November 5th. And it was actually one day before his 73rd birthday. So he died at age 72, which is 2 sevens, 77. He was also the 8th mayor of Honolulu. And I don't know the name of whoever was commenting on my videos about the huge St. Louis connection. And I've seen a few other St. Louis's. I can't think of any off the top of my head. Well, actually one, John Goodman, was from St. Louis. But anyway, and like you got the Big Lebowski and whatnot. But it says he went to St. Louis School. This guy right here, the 8th mayor of Honolulu. So it's not in St. Louis, but it's actually the school in Hawaii called St. Louis. And the guy who was after him as mayor was this guy right here, Frank Fassi. And he was the 9th and 11th mayor of Honolulu, so 9/11. And he died on February 3rd, which is 2/3, or 3/2. And he was also the mayor of Hawaii for 22 years. Or, I keep saying Hawaii, but of Honolulu, Hawaii. It also says down here about that stadium or whatever, or the center. It says that many religious ceremonies have been performed in there. The largest of which were the enthronement of Joseph Anthony Ferrario as the third bishop of Honolulu. And he was born on March 3rd, which is 3/3, died at age 77 on 12/12 of 03, and he was born in 1926, so if he was still alive, he would be 88 years old. It also says down here, he was appointed auxiliary bishop of Honolulu on November 8th, 1977, so another 77, and November 8th is 11/8, 88. I don't know, that's just some crazy stuff. Elvis dies in 77, films this on January 14th, which 14 is 2 sevens, in 1973, and it wasn't played until April 4th because of Super Bowl 7. The place it was played at only holds 7,700, and the address is 777 Ward something. Come on, that's a lot of sevens. I mean, who knows? I mean, wow, I didn't even see this. It says that this concert was even inspired by Richard Nixon because of Elvis's manager. Well, Richard Nixon was the 37th president, 73, 37, the mirrors. Anyway, like I said, I'm just going to end it there. There was a ton of 77s and 88s just in some little short thing of Elvis. I looked it up for probably 15 minutes. But have a great night. Okay, never mind. I was going to post it. I'm just going to add a little more to this video. The Super Bowl the reason it didn't play that day was because of Super Bowl 7, which it was the Miami Dolphins versus the Washington Redskins, and it was 14-7. So, actually, Miami should have won it 14-0, but there's this, or I guess they were up by 14 points, and it was the year that 1972-73 was the year Miami Dolphins had the only perfect season of any team ever in the NFL. So they were 17-0 with their record is what it would have been when they finished, and they were up 14-0, and instead of going for it, they decided to kick a 41-yard field goal to make it 17-0 to win the game. So they would have a season of 17-0, and they would have won 17-0 in the game. But I mean, look at this. They were up 14-0, and they kicked a 41-yard field goal. That's 41 and 14 are mirrors. And then it would have been 17-0 and 17-0 and 17-0. But the kick was blocked, and whatever happened, this guy caught it and ran 49 yards, which is 7 times 7 for a touchdown. So that's why the Redskins got 7 points. So, yeah, it's crazy. So, and let's say here, this game also remains as the longest period in the Super Bowl for one team to be shut out, as Washington was held scoreless until 2:07 remained in the fourth. So literally 2:07 is 2 sevens again. 2:07, 2 sevens. The guy ran it 49 yards for, that is 7 times 7 is 49, so 2 more sevens. They should have won, and then instead of going for it, they kicked a 41-yard field goal that was blocked that made them get them that 7 points. And they had 14, so 14, 41 are mirrors. It's craziness. This is even also known as, the only drama was during the final minutes of the game and what was later known as Garo's Gaff or whatever. Garo's Gaff, GG. G is the 7th letter. 7 and 7. Are you joking me? And it gets even better. Garo's Jaft or whatever was because of the player named Garo Yepriman or whatever the heck. So let's click on him. Born on June 2nd, 1944. So we got 44. June 2nd. Let's see, June 2nd. Now, 1944, I'm pretty sure was a leap year. And check it out, 154th day of the year. 77 plus 77. And just to make sure, yes, 1944 was a leap year. Seriously, it just keeps getting better and better here. So, the punt, the field goal was actually blocked by Bill Brundage. And then that Yepperman guy picked it up and ran it in for the touchdown. Bill Brundage, BB, right? 88. Check this out. Well, not only is he 66 years old, he was number 77. And he played for the Redskins in the NFL for 8 seasons between 1970 and 1977. So he quit playing football in 1977, was number 77. I mean, give me a break. It's rigged. I don't care what anybody says. Okay, well, actually, I was just reading it again, but the numbers are still the same. But this guy was actually the kicker. I was thinking he was the one who ran it in for the touchdown. He was actually the one who kicked the ball, and then it got blocked, and then he batted it, and it went into the hands of a Redskins player, and then this guy was the one who ran it in, Mike Bass or whatever. But regardless, I mean, the numbers are still the same. So sorry, I just started seeing numbers and got a little overwhelmed there. But like I said, the numbers don't change. It's just the way I was presenting it is different. Like the one guy is the kicker and not the guy who actually returned it. But anyway, the guy who actually returned it is Mike Bass. And remember, they kicked a 41-yard field goal that was blocked, and the Dolphins had 14 points. And then this guy's number was 26, and he had 2 numbers, 26 and 41. So I'm not sure if he was wearing number 41 in that game. If he was, that's pretty significant. But, I mean, 26 is a significant number anyway. But, so he was the one who ran in the 49-yard fumble return or whatever. So 7 times 7, 49. And Joe Robbie was the guy who owned the Miami Dolphins during that season. He was the original owner of the Miami Dolphins. And check, he died on the 7th day of the year at age 73. Also, I'm not sure which one it is. Here it says he was born on July 17th, 1916, but up here it says he was born on July 7th, 1916, so that would be 7/7/1916. Okay, so I think I really am going to end it here. Who knows, if I find more stuff, I'll just make a whole nother video. But, yeah, that's some crazy stuff to me. I'm also a Miami Dolphins fan. That's what blows my mind even more. I know a ton of Miami Dolphin fans in my small little town in Iowa. So that's crazy to me. But have a great night. And I'm not lying. That's the end of this video.